Hello my friends, it is Chelsea aka Hungry Hippo, and welcome on back to another plan with me. I am planning for the week of July 29th through August the 4th, aka the week of Gen Con. I paired my brain is not working. I'm trying to redo this voiceover because the first one was chaos. I tried to do this video as talk over the base, talk through the day-by-day portion. It just wasn't happening. Okay, I'm being real with myself here. It wasn't happening. I used the Scribble Prince Co. Cyber Monday 2022 mystery kit, which was this game night mystery kit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I literally had this. I've had this kit since then. Obviously, I bought it as the Cyber Monday mystery. I didn't buy it as overstock. I didn't buy it as anything like that. I got this kit as the Cyber Monday mystery kit in 2022. Okay, that means for the past year and a half, almost 2 years at this point, I've held on to this kit, and I honestly, I didn't really want to use it because I was like, I don't really have a reason to use this kit. It's not like I'm having game nights anytime. It was frustrating because I was like, I really want to use this kit, but I have no excuse to use it. It's like, I'm not having game nights with my friends. I wasn't really super into board games until Gen Con happened, and now it's like ignited this addiction in me, and I'm like, I need more games, which I think is what happens. I mean, maybe I'm just psycho, but like, I feel, you start in with, it's all it takes is one board game, and you're like, okay, this is where I'm at. This is where I want to be. So anyways, use the Cyber Monday 2022 mystery kit. I'm glad I held on to this kit. I'm really surprised that I did, but I'm glad I did. And then I got inspired by Andrea, Scribble Prince Co. She used, with this kit, she used, she had did she have the same underlays as I did? Maybe not. But she used, I know she did a solid rainbow. I just can't remember if it was Pixie Rainbow or something else. And then she also pulled in some smiley dice underlays from Planet Hannah. I kind of decided last minute that I wanted to copy her. I've been doing a lot of that the last couple of weeks. It is what it is. But I just decided to go off inspired by her and not necessarily copy her. And I had these black checker underlays that I had bought to go with a different kit, and I changed my mind. And I'm kind of glad I did, because I used them with this kit and I think it looks really good. It tones down the overkillness of the solid underlays. Like, if I had just used the solid underlays, this kit with this spread would be so bright. But I really love how it looks with just the checker. So shout out to Andrea for her genius with all of that. So I am going to be talking about what happened this week. I got COVID. I did not get COVID from Gen Con. I think I need to make that very clear. I guess you could say I was a germ bag spreading COVID during Gen Con, but I did not myself have COVID. I ended up with COVID. I'm assuming I got it at work either Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Excuse me. Because, yeah, I pretty much Friday, I think Friday morning, I woke up with a sore throat, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Just kind of assumed it was because I had been talking for so long. But, yeah. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get started on the day by day. My video's messing up a little bit, so I'm just going to keep talking, and eventually my video will catch up with what I'm talking about, and I'll be able to see I'm keeping an eye on my computer to see where I am in the grand scheme of this video. So I've got it kind of queued up, so it's going to start. Hopefully I'll be able to start it when I get to the day-by-day portion of the video. But I'm going to go ahead and start talking about what happened so that I have time to talk about all the things that happened at Gen Con. So, starting off on Monday, it was Coffee Monday. And then I marked work, and I got an Amazon package. Now, it says I watched Saw 6, but I didn't mark watching Saw 5, so who knows where that happened. And then I put in an order to plan a Hannah. I had completely forgotten that I had a dinner date set up with my friends. So I went to that, and then I had to go get groceries because my friend was like, hey, you should probably get some groceries. So that way, you don't like, cause all the foods at Gen Con's expensive. And so I was like, okay, that's fine. And then we didn't end up eating any of it. It is what it is. Tuesday, I went to work, I read, and then I came home and just packed everything up because I wanted to have everything ready to go. So that way, when I got off of work, came home, I could just load up the car and leave. Oh, I also forgot I pulled in a matte label sampler with like this rainbow, this like sparkly rainbow. Completely forgot about that. Wednesday was a busy day, as was evidenced by the extender box. And like I said, I had run out, or I didn't say this. I said this in my last voiceover attempt of this video. I ran out of the underlays. So Saturday and Sunday have the rainbow underlays with the checker pattern. The Wednesday extender box does not have any of that. It is what it is. So Wednesday, I went to work and I read. I had a chiropractor appointment after work. I was going to reschedule the chiropractor appointment, and I decided not to because I was on my feet for 40 hours over the weekend. So it is what it is. And then after work, I went to the bank to get some cash, which I guess I really didn't need to do that. I spent the cash, but it was probably would have been just easier for me to just use my card for everything. And then I did wash my car because he was filthy. He had tree sap all over him again. I have since stopped parking under the tree. I think, what was it, a couple weeks ago? A couple weeks prior to this, I had been talking about my car having sap all over it. So I have since stopped parking under that tree. But anyways, so while I was on my way down to Gen Con to Indianapolis to go to the hotel, I texted my friends. And I was like, hey, what's for dinner? And they're like, well, they fed us pizza because I was supposed to be down there Wednesday to help with setup and everything. Excuse me, which ended up not happening because I was like, I didn't know I needed to be down there Wednesday, so I had to work. And they were like, yeah. So my friend was like, yeah, they fed us pizza. So I was like, okay, well, that's not going to happen. So I ended up just going and stopping. I got Panera. I did not end up eating any of it. I tried to eat the sandwich like later in the evening, and it just like it had some sauce on it that I didn't like, so that was depressing. I went through the drive-thru because I didn't want to get out of my car, and I probably should have gone in because I just like panic ordered. It is what it is. And then I finished my drive to Indianapolis and checked into the hotel. My friend met me at the hotel so that I could get all of my stuff out of my car. He helped me carry it in and dented my cup. It's okay. And then the company that I was volunteering with the name of the company is called Hachette. So if any of you guys have heard of that, probably their most notable game is Sky Team. They've, which came out last year, but people were still obsessed with it. But they had a press party for some VIP people. I saw Jenna Rose, and then I also saw, is his name Justin or Jason? I don't remember. I remember him very distinctly talking about horror books, but apparently he's into games now, or he has been into games, and I'm just confusing him with someone else. And then my friend also saw somebody from another gaming channel, and I was just like, yeah, I don't know who that is. I probably would now, because I was watching a video. I discovered this channel, I think it's Before You Play. But they were talking, and they were actually at the press party too. So I'm like, if I had known that these people were there, like I would have freaked out. Anyways, moving on. Thursday, Gen Con day 1, we got in. So we had to get there early because they were opening the doors at 9 or was that 9? Yeah, I think it was 9 for, early people. And they were literally just doing, sales and things like that. So they were like, okay, guys, like we just need people to do crowd control. And I was like, okay. So I was part of the line management team. And so the morning went by really quickly because I was just standing there talking and helping with line management and stuff. But then after we got done with line management, they threw me onto the floor, and I got super, super anxious because it turns out that the games that I was supposed to be demoing were not out for me to demo. Well, one of them was out, but it was on the other side, and like they already had somebody covering it. And so I just got super anxious because I was trying to demo this game with these guys, and they were being super generous about me just floundering. But somebody, one of the people who's actually, I'm going to assume is in charge of the, what do you want to call it? In charge of the volunteers, he saw me like freaking out and he was like, "You all right?" And I'm like, "Nope." I said, "I don't know how to demo these games." And he was like, "It's okay." He's like, so he put me up at this corner table and I was, demoing a game called Nekojima all weekend, which if you don't know, it's basically like Tetris, and you're stacking poles on top, like poles with strings on them. And, you have to hang cats on the strings. So I demoed that game all weekend, lived my best life. It was great, but I'm definitely going to have to, next year, they're going to have to give me a game that I can actually demo. After our volunteer shift, we just got food. We were trying to go to this restaurant called Connor's, which is in the Marriott that's right across from the convention center. And they were like, "Yeah, it's going to be a 45-minute wait. Did you guys do reservations?" We're like, "Hell no, we didn't do reservations." So we ended up just picking up food at the Marriott. They had like a little food stand out in the lobby, I'm assuming because of Gen Con. And then we just watched Mortal Kombat in the room. Day 2, we roamed the floor first thing in the morning, and I bought a game called Biomoss, which is super fun. It's got a solo mode on it, which I love. I've been playing that a lot. Then we had our volunteer shift. While we were roaming the floor in the morning, we actually demoed a game called Cosmic Frog, which I thought was really fun. And then I also bought the Talisman 5th edition. I have yet to play that game. I just can't find anybody to play games with me. This is why I'm looking. If you guys have any recommendations for solo games, please let me know. But I bought Cosmic Frog, I bought Talisman. I also bought a game called Arshmallow, which I did not put here. And it's become like the one game I can get my family to play is this stupid little card game with like butt marshmallows. And then we went to the food truck rally. You guys, oh, okay, so there's Biomoss right there. There it is. I tried to, like I said, I tried to do this video as like a talk through video. So yeah, you guys, I was talking to you about God knows what. So the cool thing was, so Saturday I was like freaking out because Kane, like Print Impression Kane, came over and was like, "Hey guys," and like handed me and another girl that I was demoing the game with like the little, like he had like the, yeah, what do you call it? Like the little packets that, Andrea and Hannah had put together with the button and the sticker. And I was like freaking out. I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh." So I put it in my pocket of the aprons that they make us wear at the booth. And I went in because I was like, I'm sitting there at dinner and I was like so depressed because, I didn't have it. I left it in my apron, and then I went in Saturday morning and I was like digging through my pockets and I was like, "It's not in here." So it's been lost to the ether, unfortunately. But yeah, so Saturday, Gen Con day 3, roam the floor. We had our volunteer shift. This was the day we got to pick out some free games. I picked up, so I kind of wasted my free games. I got Sky Team and Expeditions. Expeditions is an old game. It's not the cool one that's got like the Explorer on the front of it. It's the one that's like, I mean, I love the game. We played it during the press party and it was super fun. So I wanted it, but I kind of wasted because both of those games are old. I should have gotten the new games. I should have gotten Loot. Loot is the game I should have gotten. I'm so depressed I didn't get that. But this was the day I really had a sore throat. And then I also bought a game called Nexus Ops. And then I also bought Aquatica Coral Reefs, which is the second expansion for a game called Aquatica, which I have since purchased and have been playing quite a bit because it does have a solo mode and I absolutely love that game. I can't wait to teach my friends how to play it. And if they don't like it, I'm going to stab them in the throats. We went back to the food truck rally, and at this particular night, I hit up the Sun King booth, which was delicious. The Sun King booth, I got a cream ale, which was delicious. And then I also found a pierogi stand. So the night before I had gotten like chicken tenders, and they were effing cold and I was like not happy about it. So, Anyways, and then we walked over to Lucas Oil, which was like 10 feet from the food truck rally. And we walked around a little bit there, and then we went back to the hotel room and we played Sky Team and we were drinking, because why not? Sunday was Gen Con day 4. I missed a script here for Roaming the Floor. And then we had our volunteer shift. I had to buy a board game bag because I bought too many games and didn't have anywhere to put them. So that's all me. That's on me. And then I was so pissed, you guys. I went to lunch and I was like, do you guys have any turkey sandwiches left? Because, you know, they had been running out of food and it was the last day of Gen Con. So like, whatever. So I went and like I said, I was like, you guys have any turkey sandwiches left? Instead of her looking to see if we had any turkey sandwiches, she just rings it in. Well, then she goes to look for the sandwich and guess what? They don't have the damn thing. So I was pissed because I was hungry. So I got a damn pretzel. She was like, well, I can substitute it for a pretzel or a hot dog or... And I was like, just give me a freaking pretzel. God damn it. And then I bought a game called Smile. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. So we got through our volunteer shift. It was a short day. It was family day. So we were done at like 4 or 5, something like that. And then I lost my absolute ever-loving shit at Teardown because 2 of the people that were in our booth group were not doing jack shit. Well, it's like everybody wants to go home. We're all tired. We're all hot. Like, just get your shit together, you know, freaking put this shit in a box and let's go. And then we went over to help the other group with their stuff and they were sitting around playing Magic. I was pissed. And then at like 10:30, 11 o'clock, we went back to the hotel room and then we walked back over to the Marriott across from the convention center. And we had some good chats and played a game with like some of the higher up people. So Jason and Heather, Jason's like the volunteer coordinator or whatever. And Heather's his wife. And then Taylor. And then Matt, or my 2 friends. And then T is like the, I don't know, they do purchasing for Hachette. They're really cool. And then I did packing. We had to go back to the hotel room and pack because we were going to leave the next day. I was actually supposed to work on Monday and I ended up texting my boss and was just like, yeah, I'm not coming in. And she was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, yeah, I'm probably going to stop and get a COVID test. And she was like, oh, that bad? And I was like, yeah. And then we were up super late because of course we were. So putting the pages back into my planner and lovely little Vivwickle to show off the amazing foil. So thank you, Andrea, for that recommendation, or maybe not direct recommendation, but definitely a recommendation nonetheless. So here is everything I had left in the kit. There's that matte label sampler I pulled in. I didn't mention this, I pulled in a color of the week in the like glittery rainbow. So that's what most of those icons are from that you saw. And then, yeah. That's everything. Thank you all so much for watching. Until I see you next time. Bye-bye.